Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria. So basically I just wanted to talk about the whole Logan Paul scenario coming from a Caucasian American native standpoint. I mean, a lot of famous YouTubers have talked about it, American YouTubers such as like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, but like PewDiePie is like not like necessarily native. He's like Swedish, and so is Jack. He's Irish. And anyways, so I just wanted to talk about my standpoint, which is, of course, it was like totally inappropriate. Like, who in their right mind would like make jokes about that? I mean, I didn't get to see the full entire clip or video that Logan made. And I don't really want to, so, because, like, his comedy is just kind of like that asshole kind of comedy, you know? It's like, I don't know, it's just, I just don't really understand it. I think it takes a certain type of crowd to understand his kind of comedy, to be honest, and I'm definitely not one of those people, but, and clearly the Japanese people don't like that kind of comedy. It's, like, disrespectful, and it's just, like, he's almost like pranking everyone to a point where, you know, he's just gonna get in trouble. Like his mother didn't teach him right or something. I mean, not to be mean to his mother or anything, but like, I wonder what it was like for him being a child, you know? But anyways, I'm not sure about necessarily taking down his channel. I don't think that should happen because A, everybody loves him, and B, I mean, not everybody, clearly, but a lot of people do. A lot of people do still support him, but, and he makes people happy, so as long as that's around, I guess that's a good outlet for people to watch, even though I can't relate to that, but anyways, what he did was very disrespectful, just like, you know, like his reaction to seeing the dead body was like a little weird, a little off, because like the group he was with too weren't like, they didn't take it well either. Like one of the girls was laughing when Logan said, "Oh my God, I see a dead body," you know, and she started like laughing because he's like, "Oh, let's take the cameras along, like let's go and record this." I'm like, did they even call the cops? If I saw a dead body, I would call the cops first. But then again, I don't know if he knew if he was in a restricted section or not, but like, damn, like you should know that if you're in another country. Like, I forget if he had like a tour guide, but I highly doubt that he had a tour guide during that time if he was in the restricted section. And what was it, like a Japanese like security guy came up to them when they left the forest, and he's like, "You guys aren't supposed to be in there," you know? And Logan's like, "Well, that's too late, I just saw a dead person." And like, yeah. Okay, can I also just add something? That green hat he's wearing is like so childish. I mean, like, I would never wear that hat, first off. And is this like Toy Story? Why are you bringing Toy Story into this picture? Like, why are you wearing a Toy Story hat in a suicide forest? He knew where he was going. It's like, you don't wear like the, what do you call the Martians or whatever? The Martian hat. It's weird. But anyways, I don't know. I wish the best to Logan and his channel, but clearly he knows he made a mistake. I mean, at some point he's gonna cross the border because that's what his channel is about. Like, first off, I saw a few of his videos, and like when he went to Italy, the Colosseum, he got like arrested. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, that's a little, you know, he's taking it too far. Like, bringing a drone to the Coliseum and, like, taking, like, illegal pictures and all that stuff. I mean, like, he does, like, a lot of, like, illegal stuff. And it's just, like, wait a second. Are we, like, promoting, like, a criminal? I don't know. I have no idea. But, like, I just hope it doesn't get to that level. I mean, he can like throw a tomato at the wall, whatever. Like, if that makes people happy. Like, I really don't get that. But whatever. And he can like do whatever he wants, like, but when you're in a different country, it's like, don't do that. You know, I mean, like, you can make jokes, like verbal jokes and stuff, but you can't go screaming around like you're 4 years old, like screaming in the streets and all that. Okay, can I just say, when I was watching, I forgot whose video it was either Jack's or PewDiePie's, but like when I was watching one of them, they showed like a few clips like before this happens, like when he was in Japan, and well, what was it? He like hitchhiked a few rides. Like there was this like guy with this like small little like car. I don't know what you would call it, but it's like something you'd see at the airport outside the window of the airplane. And like, you know, it's those small little cars that they drive. And like he like rode on one of those, and it's like, okay. And then he also like hitched a ride on like some kind of big truck or something that was going kind of slow, but it's like still, you know. And then like, okay, like here's where I like wonder if it was like a lack of knowledge, because the time where he went to the fish market, I'm not sure if he knew about the whole tourism scenario, and if he did, then he's just asking for trouble, and his intent was not good. But yet again, his intent isn't good because that's what his channel's about. But I mean, it's not entirely about like bad intent, but it's like that's like the way he portrays himself almost to make people think that. But I don't know, the fish market scenario, it's like, I mean, okay, yeah, he bought that stuff, and it's like literally like, okay, he went to like this cafe, he was outside a cafe, and he like slammed the fish on the wall or something. And like when I was watching the Japanese people talk about this whole scenario, they're like, we respect like food. Like if we acted in this way, like the Japanese people acted in this way, they would get like a serious talking to from their parents. And like same with me, like I would get that too if I acted like that. and like my mom or dad somehow found out, like I would like get some kind of talking to or something, like, because that is like inappropriate behavior, and like you could get in serious trouble for that, and nobody wants to bail someone out of jail, you know. Nobody wants that. And that's not the way to live, getting in trouble all the time. But I don't know. Okay, my second to last point, or last point, I don't know, I'm just rambling, is that like I think the most inappropriate thing in my book that he did was other than the suicide force is take down his pants in public. Can I just say, like, is he like a little mental, you know? Like, is that funny? I don't know, maybe to that crowd it is, but it's like if I was a Japanese person, like, I know like being respectful and quiet is like their thing, but like I would literally like be like, what the hell? I would go up to him and be like, what the heck is wrong with you? I would just literally pick up his pants and put it back on. It was just like, I mean, maybe I wouldn't do that because who knows what the heck he would do. You know, like if you see a person like without pants in public and you approach them, you have no idea what they could possibly do to you if you approach them. They could hurt you or something, because clearly they're not mentally stable if you see something like that, you know? But, I don't know. It's just like a mistake. Everything he did in Japan was a mistake, I feel. Especially pushing it far with the body. I just felt so bad. Like, disrespecting a dead body. I wouldn't like that to be done to my body. If I was there, like, dead, like, I wouldn't want someone to walk up to me and start laughing and be like, oh, let's record this, you know? It's just tough, you know, everything about this whole situation. But, I don't know. I feel like some Japanese people feel a little bit, like, a little bit of disconnect from America now because of this whole situation, and that's not what I want. Like some YouTubers, Japanese YouTubers, I heard them say, like, when you see like a foreigner walking around in your country, that one foreigner represents their country in a way. Like, it's your impression of the country. So if you see Logan Paul running around in Japan and I'm a Japanese person, I would think, what the hell is wrong with Americans? That is so weird. And like, I'd literally be scarred for life. I'd be like, well, I don't know about having American friends or boyfriend or anything, you know? It's just like, so weird. But anyways, I don't know, just Logan Paul is just the weirdest person. I never seen anything about Jake Paul yet. I mean, I haven't seen his content, but I'd imagine he's the same because brothers are brothers, you know. What is that phrase? 2 peas in a pod? Something like that. But anyways, I think Japanese people should try to be strong enough to not stereotype Americans as just the image of Logan Paul, you know, or Jake Paul for that matter, because there are a lot of really respectful Americans out there, like almost like 90%. I don't know. But like, a lot of Americans are very respectful. They would know not to yell around, pull their pants down, laugh at a dead body. I mean, if I saw that dead body, I'd be like, okay, call police. I know we're in like some kind of trouble for being in the restricted section, but this is like a serious matter. I would take my damn hat off. Okay? I would take my hat off first and be like, holy shit, you know? Okay, that means, like, I'm serious, you know? I'm not wearing that freaking hat to make it look like a silly joke, you know? But, I don't know. I feel like Logan Paul, he also, made some apologies. Some people say his first apology wasn't good enough. Some people say his second apology was a little bit better. I don't know. He said he did it for the views. I mean, he didn't do it for the views, but like, as PewDiePie pointed out, like, like the title of the video was like, oh, we found like a dead body, and then it's like him going like, or something, and then it's like right next to him is like some guy hanging on a tree, you know. It's like, okay, I don't know if they censored out the picture or whatnot, but still, it's like, YouTube, you gotta get your regulations right, not put it on trending. It's like, come on, why is it the top most trending? I don't get it. Like, the number 10 trending or something. Like, I'm glad that they realized that, in a way, it was their mistake for letting it up that long. Because it's just disgraceful, number one, and embarrassing to our impression on Japanese people, which I don't want because I love Japan. I want to live there for the rest of my life, but I gotta finish my degree here in America, so, I mean, America's great, but, you know, it has its weak points, but anyways, so yeah, that's like two things. So it's just disrespectful, and the impression is tainted, and everything about that whole situation was wrong. I don't think American Caucasian in their right mind would react that way. So I hope no Japanese people are completely insulted by the American culture or American people, because we're not that, I mean, I hate to say disgusting, because like that's kind of roasting Logan Paul, but I mean, like, we're not disgusting, like as disgusting as Logan Paul is, and like we're not like that. I mean, maybe some people, like Japan probably has some bad people who are assholes in their own ways, like disrespectful like him, you know. But it just happens to be that he's famous and everybody knows him, and like he's like an icon of America now, and he's just like, that's all sad. But and the Pokeball thing, when he dressed up as Pikachu and then threw the Pokeball at the waiter, no, at the chef in that restaurant, and he said like, what is this? What are you doing? I was just like, okay, nobody would like go into like a random restaurant and throw Pokeballs at the chef. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like you wouldn't even do that in America. Can I just say, okay, to all the Japanese people out there, what Logan Paul does is not anything that we do in America. We don't act that way in America. We act with respect in America. We treat people with respect. And Logan Paul is quite the exception. I think that's a good point to leave off on. And I wish luck to everyone, Japanese people, and Logan Paul. Good luck to you. Good luck recovering from that. It's gonna be hard. So, all right. Thanks. Bye.